guys, welcome back to Sew Side. Today I'm going to show you a quick hack that you can add to our face mask covers with a bendable nose piece. So for this, today I've seen multiple things used, including paper clips, pipe cleaners, and today we are going to use floral wire. So I have my handy dandy pliers. We're going to turn in the ends of our wire, which real quickly, I just cut us a 6-inch piece of floral wire to use for our face mask. So I'm going to pinch that in there nice and closed, and the reason we close that out is so that the ends don't poke through the fabric and scratch our pretty faces. So real quick, I'm going to close that up, and all I'm doing is literally just grabbing the end, turning it, and then I'm going to flatten it out and make it a little bit smaller so that it will go through our casing a little bit easier. All right, now let's begin. Okay, now that we have our nose piece, we can set that aside and get started on our mask. Now, today I've specifically chosen a light green fabric with black stitching so that you can easily see what I'm doing throughout this video. Again, we have our finished face mask, so we have our elastic, which we want to make sure stays out of the way while we stitch these pieces down. You're going to go ahead and measure 3 inches from the center out to the side and place a pin. So to do that, I have my handy dandy measuring tape. 3 inches to one side puts us right here. So I'm going to throw a pin in there to mark where we're going to start, and then I'm going to match it up on the other side and put a pin in there to show where we're going to end. Okay, we're going to stitch from one side here all the way to the other. We want to go ahead and use a 3/8 seam allowance so that our casing is nice and big so that it's pretty easy to stick that nose piece through. Ready? Here we go. Again, make sure that your elastic is nice and out of the way, and we're going to follow the 3/8 line right here. Remember, we're measuring from the stitching, not the edge of the fabric. So see how my fabric is just over that line and the stitching is actually lined up to it. So we're going to start with an anchor, and you're going to follow all the way around that line until we hit the other pin. I know, curves are fun. All the way down to the other pin and ends with an anchor here. We can go ahead and take our pins out, and the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and close off the first half of the casing. And to do that, we're just going to sew a straight line from one side of the stitching to the other side, making sure that it's entirely enclosed, just like that. Now we can take our nose piece from our pocket filter side, and we're going to stick it right through this casing until it hits the other side. So through our pocket piece, just like that, we're literally going to go like this and push it all the way down. You see why we did a bigger casing here? So that it's a little bit easier to get this piece in. So go ahead and fish it all the way through, past the seam allowance, all the way till it hits the other side, and then we're going to make sure that it goes in all the way here. Okay, once it's in the casing completely, you can feel where it is, where the end is. We want to make sure that's out of the way so that we can close the other side. Close it off with an anchor, and then cut your threads. Cut all your excess threads here. Ta-da! Look at that. And it hasn't affected our filter area. And now we have a bendable nose piece for our face mask covers. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Be sure to follow and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook. Check out our website.